Hello again, hockey fans, and welcome to the Metropolis Rink in Canton. The Cable 8's telecast of exciting Canton High School
Davis will center one, forcing Kershaw down to make the save, and Brian Rooney pops it home. It's a goal! It goes to Rooney on the steal to O'Connor right in front. Oh, the save by Federico, the puck loose right by the crease. O'Connor, excellent!
Hockey fans, and welcome to the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. That's right, the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. The Canton telecast of exciting Canton High School hockey.
TD Garden with the Canton Community Television, the student station. We're here to bring you live coverage of the Canton Bulldogs versus the Tewksbury Redmen in the Division II Boys Ice Hockey State Finals. It will bring you it right here as it comes.
Good afternoon, hockey fans, and welcome to the TD Garden here in Boston, Massachusetts. Pete DeSisto along with Steve Willis bringing you all the exciting action as the Canton Bulldogs take on the Redmen of Tewksbury High School in the MIA Division II Finals. Steve, we are so excited to be here.
Oh yeah, Pete, we're getting used to this. 6 out of the last 7 years. And they're stoked. Talked to Coach Conley in the elevator, and these kids are just fired up.
No question. And I'll tell you, this is becoming a rivalry, Tewksbury and Canton. I mean, they played a game earlier in the season. Canton beat them 5-0, but you can't worry about that anymore. This is Boston Garden. This is the finals. Both teams are going to bring it today.
Yeah, number one going against number two. And like you said, a rivalry. Canton lost 2 years ago to Tewksbury. And I'll tell you, it's going to be a heck of a game.
It really is. And, you know, both teams have been here so many times. They're veterans. They really are. They know what to expect. They know how to prepare. Both coaching staffs, I'm sure, have got them ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, Canton has 12 seniors, so they've been through this, you know, all 4 years. So they know how to handle it. I mean, they know the pressure. Tewksbury knows the pressure also because they've been here. So you got two strong Division II programs, and the two teams that are here should be here.
Absolutely, both well deserving. I mean, let's start with Canton here. Let's talk about the defense and the goaltending, Steve. Matty Wright playing great hockey this year, have kept the Bulldogs in. Canton only lost one game, but I'll tell you, he has played great all year long.
I'll tell you, the 3 games he played in the state, he just came up big. He made a skate save in that Walpole game with 30 seconds to go to seal the victory. So Matty's been playing great all year.
So then the defense, you got Schulman, Labanara, Doucette, Carr, Morris, Young. Every single one of them plays.
And that's what makes Canton so good. They skate 4, 5 lines, 6, 7 defensemen, and they don't get tired. You can't wear them down.
Yeah, and offensively, that first unit for Canton, Ryan, Gillis, and Elric. Best line in the state, Steve?
Yeah, we talked about that. They are. I haven't seen another line that can skate with them. It's just they can't keep up. Their speed is unbelievable.
And they move the puck so well. They all know where each other's going to be.
Yeah, how they break out is just fantastic. Every line, they don't throw the puck away. They always hit the open man. It's wonderful to watch.
And then you go, Steve, they have 3 other lines that Coach Schulman has no issues putting out on the ice at any time of the game.
Well, in the Burlington game, when it was 3-2, he had his 4th line out.
No question.
Who does that?
I know. And you know that second line of O'Toole, Dickey, and Gersten.
Yeah.
I mean, they're close to that first line. I'll tell you, they move the puck so well.
Yeah, and 2 of them are sophomores. One's a junior. How deadly is that?
So, you know, the depth that Canton brings, it's a luxury that a lot of teams don't have.
Right. And that's why they win almost all their games, because they just wear the other team down. Get to the third period, and the other team's gassed.
So Tewksbury comes in here out of the Merrimack Valley Conference, 22-1-1. Their only loss against Canton in the Ed Burns tournament. They've scored 105 goals. They have 28 goals against this year. I'll tell you, almost equal to Canton. Canton scored a 108, only let up 14. These two teams match up very well.
They match up well, but Tewksbury seems to be a two-line horse with the scouting we've got, and they have one big line, 16 goals, 39 and 20. So they kind of rely on that one big line where Canton will go, 3-4 deep. So
right, and again, both teams, Canton number 1, Tewksbury number 2. It's the way it always should work out.
Absolutely, and it's going to be the best team that wins today, or it should be that way.
So stay tuned, hockey fans. We'll be right back with the national anthem, the introductions, and the drop of the puck. Stay tuned.
My name is Shane Brogan, and I'm here watching all my buddies play tonight at the TD Garden, and I think they're going to win. They're going to win 3-0 to Tewksbury, and I'm really excited. Let's go Bulldogs!
I think Tewksbury is a more disciplined team. I think they work harder. I think they have more heart, and I think Tewksbury is going to kill it. Yes, sir.
Hello everybody, I'm Joe Murray along with some of my friends, Gavin Thompson and AJ. And my prediction for the game today is 4-1 Canton with an empty netter.
I got Canton winning 4-3 in regulation.
Yeah.
I got 2-0 Canton.
Yeah, go Dogs!
Let's go, Canton!
And we are back here at the TD Garden. Pete DeSisto along with Steve Willis as we await the opening face-off as the Bulldogs take on the Redmen at Tewksbury High. Steve, this is what these kids have worked so hard for, from captain's practices to workouts in the fall to that first day of tryouts on Monday after Thanksgiving. This is what every high school player dreams of.
That's right, and Canton has different aspirations when they start the season, Pete. One, they want to make the team. Once they make the team, there's only one destination, and that's where they are right here. TD Garden. Everything else for them with the reputation and how many years, it's I won't say it's a lost season, but this is what they expect every year.
Absolutely, and they have not disappointed. Like we said earlier in our broadcast, 6 out of 7 years they've been here.
Yeah, Coach Schumann has just done a fantastic job.
So on the face-off, Joe Ryan out there with Gillis, Elric, Lavin-Aaron, Schumann on defense. And here we go. So Tewksbury's going to win that one, get it down behind Matty Wright. He'll leave it for Schumann. Schumann will start out with it. Nice pass up to Elric. There's a nice touch pass over to Gillis. Gillis has it, goes in the line, and Canton will just be offside. It's like Joe Ryan just a little bit ahead of the play. So,
he jumped off just a hair too soon. He was eager to get in that zone and get the first shot on net.
Face off just outside the zone. Ryan against Sheenan. Joe Ryan's going to win that one. That's going to go back to Lavin-Aaron. Lavin-Aaron over to Schumann. He's going to go cross ice to Elric. Elric tries to move it in, but that's intercepted by Sheenan. He's going to throw it down behind Matty Wright. He'll leave it for Schumann. Teddy Schumann will start out with it, gets it up to Elric, but he loses it. That goes in behind Matty Wright. Oh, right out in front. Oh, there's the save. Stopped by Wright. Oh, good save there. As Tewksbury with the first big shot on net, and back comes Canton. That goes over to Ryan. Joe Ryan has, he takes a shot right in on Abruzzi, and he makes that save. Kind of bobbled it a little bit, Steve.
Yeah, he was reaching out with the glove instead of stopping it with the paddle. Nice save by Matty Wright down there. Pete, they come in and kind of gave away the puck, and Tewksbury with two good shots.
So O'Toole on the face-off. He's out there with Gershny and Dickey. They're going to win that one back to Carr. Carr keeps it in. That's picked up there by Bats. Bats have it. He gets over the line, throws it out in front. knocked to the corner by Grady Carr. He has it now. Tries to get it back. He does. He gets it over to Doucette. Doucette will start out behind his own net as Canton trying to set up their breakout. Doucette up to Gershny. Goes cross ice over to Carr. Grady Carr has it. Comes through center ice. Tries to get it in, but he's broken up there by Ryan for Tewksbury. Tewksbury back now. Andriolo has it. He'll throw it in on Matty Wright. He'll stop it. He leaves it for Grady Carr. So Canton trying to move it out, but they lose it. Oh, a big shot on net by Duval. Just went wide. Big shot there by Duval, who intercepted that one.
Yeah, that's a giveaway that you can't have those, Pete. Not in this type of game.
So O'Toole trying to move it up, gets it to Gershny. Gershny's going to get over the line. He's going to dump it in as Canton going for a wholesale change here. As Tewksbury has a little bit of running room. Hollian can't hold on to it as Morris comes on the ice. He's going to get it back to Will Young. Young tries to move it up to Shane Kelleher. Kelleher has it. Goes cross ice over to Howard. Howard at top of the circle. Tries to drop it back. Can't hit, but back comes Tewksbury now. Ryan has it. He takes a shot. That's blocked by the Canton defense. Doucette trying to move it up.
That was a great back check by Kelleher, Pete, blocking that shot.
Cross ice over to Howard. He can't hold on to it, but it goes behind the net. Howard gets it. He's first one there. Right out in front. And just goes out of the zone, so Canton will have to regroup at center ice. Labanara has it over to Schumann. Schumann gets it into O'Brien. O'Brien will throw it into the zone. Picked up by Andriolo. He's got some running room. He gets it up to Ryan. Over to Sheenan. Sheenan takes a shot. And Matty Wright steers it to the corner. This is the first unit for Tewksbury here, Steve.
Yeah, they like to double shift that first unit, Pete. He wants to get them out on the ice as much as possible.
So Schumann now trying to move it up. Gets it up the boards, gets it to Elric. Elric has it. He's got Gillis with him, and he takes a shot. And a nice stop there by Abruzzi, and he'll hang on.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Change the lines. You were out there for a little bit. You know, the coach, you want to change the lines quick in the very beginning, get everybody some, a touch on the ice.
So face off in the Tewksbury zone. O'Toole, Dickey, and Gershny out there. As Tewksbury putting, they tried to change up. I think the ref stopped them as Canton gets the last change.
Canton gets last change. I don't know why they're being allowed to change.
So face off in the Tewksbury zone. O'Toole on the face-off against Jack Ryan. And Tewksbury's going to win that one. Kuna has it behind his own net. Very dangerous. Goes through the middle.
Yeah, they like that stretch pass, Pete. They really like to get those two forwards going big time.
So O'Toole has it. He's going to turn the defense. Gets it right out front. He takes the shot. Oh, and just goes high and wide. Carr keeps it in. But Pacheco picks it up for Tewksbury as Canton with a good opportunity there. Got that shot off, just went wide. Doucette has it in his own zone. Gets it up to Kelleher. Kelleher with a nice pass over to Howard. As can't hang on, but Tewksbury will throw it out. Canton able to get down into the Tewksbury zone. Couple big hits there. So Canton able to intercept that one. That's Kelleher. And Tewksbury finally gets it out of their zone. Young throws it in. Kelleher. That stop there is both teams trying to gain control. That will be thrown down into the Canton zone. That will not be icing. So Morris has it behind his own net. As Canton's going to get set up on their breakout. Morris throws it up, but that's intercepted there. As Canton having a hard time getting it out of their own zone. Howard on the sideboards. He's checked there by Batts. And Jack Ryan. Howard. Referee's just letting them play. They're not going to blow the whistle on this one. Puck does get out of the zone.
I was going to say that hit some player on the Canton bench there, Pete.
So just caught somebody's glove, so that'll be a face-off down in the Canton zone. 9:54 left in this first period.
Kind of a filling out period between the two right now, Pete. Tewksbury really wants to, send those swings out and really stretch the play, and Canton doing a good job of shutting that down right now.
So Liam Conley has it. He throws it in. So this is what we've seen all year, Steve. This is the fourth line for Canton.
Yeah.
And Coach Schumann, no problem putting them out there. So back comes Tewksbury though. As there's a pass up, and nice play by Schumann. Good defensive play there. Take the body.
Well, he had help, so he'd take the body and let one of his other teammates worry about the puck.
Sheenan takes the shot from out wide, and that goes wide. So behind the net now. Borgia has it. He gets it up to Andriolo. Andriolo on the sideboards. He's going to throw it down deep to Borgia again. Picked off there by Labanara. Now Schumann. Schumann takes a hit. He's going to go around the boards to Labanara, see if he can get it out. He'll throw it up into center ice, but that's stopped there by the Tewksbury defense. And back comes Borgia. He takes the shot, and that's blocked and picked up by Ryan. Joe Ryan has it now. He gets it up into center ice. Picked off there. Labanara now. Canton will start out with it in their own zone. Schumann back over to Labanara. Labanara goes cross ice. Now Joe Ryan able to pick it up. We have a 3-on-1. Gillis and Elric. Oh, just out of the reach of Elric. Elric has it though. Now Gillis has it. He takes a shot. And Abruzzi with the save.
Wow, Pete, they couldn't convert on that 3-on-1. What an opportunity right there. They would have ended up, if he got the pass over, it would have been on 2-on-0 on the goalie.
Just out of the reach of Elric. Joe Ryan gave it over, but just out of his reach. So face-off in the Tewksbury zone. O'Toole on the face-off. Out there with Gershny and Braden Dickey. He wins that back to Gershny, takes the shot. That's going to be tipped wide. Picked up by Fudo for Tewksbury. Throws it down into the Canton zone. Canton defense just going to get it out. This will not be icing. Duval has it. He'll throw it around the ice to Christopher. He gets it out into center ice. Young, good defensive play there. Able to take it away from, but Tewksbury intercepts it. They have it in the Canton zone. It's going to go back to Pacheco. He takes a shot. Matty Wright with the save. Morris going to throw it around. Brandon Morris has it. He goes cross ice up to Gershny. Gershny gets out into center ice. He takes a hit there. Puck picked up by Cosmal. And picked off by Carr. Oh, Carr tripped up there. No call on that. A bit of a leg check too. Back comes as both teams trying to gain control. Carr has it now. As he takes a big hit after he let that one go. James Howard will throw it in. Duval has it. O'Brien trying to get it. Howard has it now behind the net. James Howard comes around. He'll backhand it back. O'Brien will try and get that one. He does. Tries to get it back to the point. But that's picked off by Tewksbury. And they're going to get it out of their zone.
Oh, that's offside.
That was offside. I'm not sure the referee was actually going to call that one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he was waiting for. The player had the puck as soon as he went over the blue line. So, nice job standing up at the blue line and stopping it. Again, he just, just has a tight feel, like a heavyweight boxing match where they,
who's
just feeling each other out.
Who's going to make the first mistake? So both teams with their first lines out there. Joe Ryan on the face-off. Gets it over to Elric. Elric gets it out of the zone, but Tewksbury has control. They're going to throw it down behind Matty Wright. He stops it for Schumann. Teddy Schumann will start out with it. Goes cross ice to Elric. Elric gets over the line. He'll dump it down behind Abruzzi. He goes after it. Joe Ryan has it behind the net. Gets it into Elric. Elric able to get the loose puck. Gets it back to Schumann. Schumann goes cross ice into Ryan. Joe Ryan has it, gets it out to Gillis. Gillis tries to make a little move, goes towards the net. He takes a shot and a big save by Abruzzi. Gillis still has it behind the net, but intercepted there by Sheenan. Sheenan gonna take it, gets around Schumann. Sheenan has it, he goes in, he goes over cross ice. Oh, just can't control. Now Andriolo has it. He tries to go over to his defense, but that was an errant pass. Canton able to get that one, and they're going to dump it down deep as Canton goes for a wholesale change here. So back comes Sheenan. He throws it up into center ice, and Bourgeois picks it up. Bourgeois has it. He's going to try and turn the defense right out in front.
We got a penalty coming on
big
Canton.
hit there.
O'Toole interference on the Tewksbury wing.
As that was number 16 for Tewksbury, Sheenan. A little bit of a limp there, but O'Toole, you're right, Steve. O'Toole's going to get the call here for tripping. So Tewksbury with a huge opportunity here. 5:40 left in the first period, 0-0 the score. Canton will be a man down for 2 minutes.
Yeah, and Tewksbury, this is, they're out there with their number 1 line, and this is where they thrive, Pete. They can move the puck well, they're good shooters, and, the penalty kill is going to have to come up big right here.
So face-off in the Canton zone to the right of Matt Wright. On the face-off is James Howard, but Tewksbury's going to win that one. Have it at the point. Causamile throws it in. Now Andriolo has it. He tries to go back to the point, but throws it all the way back down in his own zone, all the way to Abruzzi. So Cuna will start out with it now. Cuna for Tewksbury. Gets it over to Shreenan. Shreenan gets over the line. He has it. He tries to turn Carr. Still has it. Gets it up the boards to Bourgeois. Bourgeois gonna take it around. Gets it back to
Nice
Andriolo.
job by Dickey getting that out of the zone.
But Andriolo couldn't hang on. Oh, stolen there by Dickey. Good play there by Brandon Dickey. Good hustle there. But picked up now by Shreenan. Shreenan goes up to Bats. Bats has it. On the sideboards, he goes into the center, tries to take a shot. Andriolo has it. Now he picks it up behind that. Oh, what a stop! What a stop by Matty Wright!
What a right pad save by Matty Wright.
Oh, man.
He had the whole net wide open, 2 feet, and just a fantastic pad save.
What a save. Save of the game so far right there, Matty Wright. Canton still a man down for another 40 seconds. Andriolo has the puck. He gets into the line, he takes a shot, and they're right with the save again.
Yeah, I tell you what, Pete, Matty's on his game right now, and that's what they need. I mean, Tewksbury can score, so they're going to have to, get through this penalty, and get back to their game. Forechecking, dumping it in, shoot, pass. Right now, it just seems they're a little out of sort.
So on the face-off is Gershny, and Tewksbury going to win that one as they're trying to get in the slot area. Puck loose right up front. Oh, what a stop! What a stop by Matt Wright! Diving save! So Tewksbury still in control. Labanera over to Schulman now, and Schulman's going to ice that puck, and that'll just about do it on this power play. 10 seconds left. So what a stop there by
Pete,
Matt Wright.
that was even better than the first one.
So back comes Andriolo again. He gets over the line. He takes a shot that's going to go wide. So Canton gets the player back. O'Toole back in. So back comes O'Brien. O'Toole has it. Intercepted there by Tewksbury. Tewksbury going to go wide. And this will go all the way down behind Wright. This will not be icing. Grady Carr has it. Gets it up to Doucette. Howard trying to get it out of the zone, but that's kept in there by Cuna. He's tackled there by Doucette. So Canton trying to move that puck up. Howard gets it in. Kelleher after it now. He's first one in. Kelleher has it. He goes towards the net. Checked off, and Howard trying to get the loose puck. Bats has it for Tewksbury. He's going to go cross ice.
That should be icing.
Can't connect, and that will be icing on Tewksbury. So face-off will come down in the Tewksbury zone.
I'll tell you what, Pete. It looks like the Tewksbury defense, they're a little weak. With the Canton speed, it looks like Canton, if they can get it to the outside and hit the Jets, they're going to go out and around them twice already in this period. They've shown that they could do that.
So first unit for Canton out there, Joe Ryan, Gillis, and Elric. Schumann and Labanara on defense. That goes back to Teddy Schumann. He takes a shot. There's a save there by Abruzzi On the sideboards, Gillis. Gillis gets it into Ryan. Tries to get it over to Elric. Oh, and there's a big stop there.
Well, I'll tell you what, no, I don't know how you, a person with Elric's scoring ability is left all alone between the face-off dots, Pete. They're asking for trouble if they keep doing that.
So face-off in the Tewksbury zone. Ryan on the face-off. And both teams trying to get it. Shreenan for Tewksbury. They're going to throw it around the boards to Andriolo. Gets it back, but Schumann stops out. He tries to get it over to Ryan, just out of his control. Back comes Shreenan. He'll throw it out into the Canton zone. This will not be icing. Schumann after it. Teddy Schumann with Andriolo chasing him. Elric gets it up, but that's picked off there by Borgia. Now Sheenan, and that looked like it was offside. That's going to go over to Shreenan. Oh, there's a big, hit the post. Oh, nice pass over, but hit the post, and back comes Ryan. Joe Ryan has it, gets on top of the circle, takes a shot, and a Bruzy with the save. And I'll tell you, Steve, that was, I don't know how he missed that one.
That's 4 opportunities this period, Pete, that Tewksbury could be ahead by 1 or 2 goals, and 3 of them Matty Wright's made the save, and that one off the post.
So play continues, and O'Toole trying to get the loose puck. Shreenan goes down. O'Toole comes off the boards with it. He has it. He gets over the red line. Evan O'Toole gets into the zone. He tries to throw it back, gets it back to Grady Carr. Grady Carr takes a shot, but that's blocked in front as Tewksbury dumps it down. And this will be icing on Tewksbury. And face-off will come down in the Tewksbury zone with 1:16 left.
I'll tell you what, Pete, their number 1 line has been on the ice at least 8 minutes this period, if not more. I don't know how they're going to be able to sustain that come, third period.
So face-off in the Tewksbury zone. Howard on the face-off out there with O'Brien. And Shane Kelleher. Grady Carr and Doucette on defense. He'll face off against Kuzmal for Tewksbury. And he's going to win that one. They're going to try and move it out. They do. They get it out to center ice. Doucette will start out. Doucette gets it across ice to Howard. Howard trying to lean in. Big kid. Trying to use his body to get the puck in the zone. As Pacheco will throw it up. As Tewksbury trying to move it up. And
it was a collision in center ice, Pete. The Canton player was going for the puck and just ran into the Tewksbury player going for the puck. That's all.
So back comes Tewksbury. Less than a minute to play. As Christopher has it, but that's intercepted by Doucette. Picked off there. Oh, there's a shot and a save by Matty Wright again. That was a shot by Hollian. So Canton running around their own zone, but nice pass out to Kelleher. Kelleher 1-on-2 here. He goes into the center as he waits for some help. As Canton first unit out there now. That goes over to Gillis, who took the one-timer, and the save by Abruzzi.
Nice work by Kelleher, Pete. Came all the way across the zone, waiting for help, and finally got somebody, and they got a shot by Gillis.
So 11 seconds left in this period. Canton looking to win this faceoff. Joe Ryan on the faceoff. See if Canton can get one more shot.
You get a shot here, get a goal, at the end of the period. You know how demoralizing those can be, Pete.
So faceoff, that's going to be won by Tewksbury. As Andriolo has it, he's going to start out with it. Andriolo, he's going to dump it down on Matty. Just goes wide of Matty Wright, and that will just about do it in this period. And it's been everything we had hoped it would be, Steve. I'll tell you, 0-0 game, up and down action. But what about Matty Wright and those saves he made?
I'm going to tell you right now, that was Matty Wright's period. If it wasn't for him, Canton's down at least 2-0. He made 3 saves that were just highlight reel films. They got away with another one, but goalie's best friend off the post, and that's the way it worked. Hey, listen, Tewksbury had better the period. They were the better team, I think, that period. I don't know, Canton a little shaky, didn't start an hour late starting the game. Hopefully the coach, as he always does, he'll fix it, get them going on what they need to work on, come out in the second period. Because I think Canton can really do damage on their defense and goalie. I think that's the weakest part of their team.
The one thing Canton didn't have in that period, Steve, they didn't have any sustained pressure. They didn't have the puck and get Tewksbury moving around, like you said.
Right.
Because that's the scouting report. You get them moving around, they get out of sorts, and it's easily, Canton can easily move that puck so well. And, they can take Tewksbury right out of this game.
Absolutely. And nerves, jitters, I mean, you don't know. I mean, you're playing in the Garden, you're playing the state championship. You're a senior, it's your last game. You don't want to lose, But Coach Schumann, he'll get him right. He'll come out in the second period. I think it'll be a totally different game.
I have no doubt, and I'm sure Coach Schumann will have some choice words in the locker room, have a game plan coming out in the second period. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with second period action.
General Craig here for Canton Community Television, where at the end of the first period, the Tewksbury Redmen and the Canton Bulldogs are knotted at 0. A lot of great shots and opportunities to score for the visiting Redmen, but the Bulldogs of Canton were able to stop them all. We'll see what happens later in the second period.
Welcome back, hockey fans, here at the TD Garden. Pete DeSisto along with Steve Willis, bringing you all the exciting action as the Bulldogs and the Redmen of Tewksbury play for the MIAA Division II Finals. And Steve, Bulldogs a little bit sluggish in that first period, but I'll tell you, Matty Wright, player of definitely the star of that first period.
Yeah, no question about it, Pete. And then every one of them to a man, and when they went in that locker room, should have been shaking his hand saying, hey, thanks for keeping us in it, because you know what? A goalie, that's their job. In the last 3 games, that's what Canton came up against, Hopkins and Walpole. They played a goalie that was red hot, but Canton's too good a team to play another period like that, in my mind. And, I'm sure they'll pick Matty up. I don't think they have to worry about that.
So, Tewksbury, with some good opportunities in that first period. They had a power play, Canton with the only penalty of the game so far. And again, Matt Wright made some good stops on that one. But Canton had a couple opportunities, but like we had talked, Steve, they didn't have the sustained pressure in the Tewksbury zone that they're known for. They're able to move their game is moving that puck.
Yeah, I think if they can get the puck and sustain pressure, moving their defense, get them coming in, going out. They pass the puck so well that, it will create the lanes for good shooting. But give Tewksbury credit, they've blocked a lot of passes and shots that they have been trying to make.
So as we await the second period face-off here, as first unit for both teams, Joe Ryan, he's going to win that one. Elric has it, gets it back. Schumann now going to break out of his zone. Teddy Schumann gets it across, but that's intercepted there by Sheenan. He'll throw it down deep. Borgia on the forecheck. Schumann trying to move it out, and he does. Gets it up to Gillis, over to Elric. Elric gets over the line. He takes a shot, and a big save by Abruzzi. Good shot by Elric on that one, Steve.
Yeah, nice work coming out of the zone. Tewksbury had some pressure, but got it up to Elric, and he was one-on-one. Very nice shot, good glove save.
So face-off in the Tewksbury zone. Ryan on the face-off. Tewksbury's going to win that one. That's going to go around to Andriolo, but Schumann, there's a tip in front. Ryan, don't know if he got his stick on it or not. Looked like he did, but good stop there by Bruce.
Another good stop. Tewksbury trying to fire it around the other side. Schumann cut it off and just fired it at the net. Almost got the tip by Ryan.
So face-off, Ryan has it, gets it back to Schumann. Schumann over to Labanara now. Labanara's going to go in as Andriolo checks him. It's going to go around the other side as Elric or Ryan keeps it in. It's going to go behind the net to Andriolo. He's just going to throw it around. That's picked off by the Canton defense. Hit someone in front. As it didn't get through there, Bruzy. So Tewksbury having a little trouble getting out of their own zone now. But they finally do. Borgia has it now. He tries to split the defense. Andriolo trying to get it, but back comes Canton. Ryan gets it up to Elric. Intercepted there. Schumann has it in his own zone. Gets it up to Joe Ryan. That's kept in. Andriolo has it to Schumann. Oh! Throws it over to Borgia. And a big stop there again by Matty Wright.
Yeah, Matty at the top of his crease, right where he's supposed to be, and they just shot it right into his stomach. And, you know, 3 times they're trying to get it out of the zone, Pete. And it hits a skate, hits a stick, and right now puck seems to be bouncing Tewksbury way.
So O'Toole on the face-off against Jake Batts for Tewksbury. Referee squaring them up. O'Toole's going to win that one. Doucette throws it over to Grady Carr. It's going to go around the other side as Canton trying to move it out now. They get it out to center ice, but that's stopped there. And Tewksbury trying to move it up. Hollian tries to get it, but that's intercepted there by Gershny. Gershny tries to throw it out in front. And Canton couldn't keep it in, so Grady Carr will start out with it. He'll throw it down deep. And this will be icing on Canton as he backed off.
He backed behind the red line.
And it almost looked like one of the Tewksbury players touched it, but...
yeah, he tried to reach it with a high stick, but, you know, he didn't get it. And here we are with another face-off in the Canton zone.
So face-off to the right of Matty Wright. So on the face-off here, James Howard out there with Kelleher and O'Brien. With Morris and Young on defense. And that's right in front of Matty Wright. And he makes the save. It's going to go around the boards as O'Brien gets it out. Gets it to Kelleher. Kelleher tries to throw it in. He's checked there. Now Howard has it behind the net. He throws it right out in front. Couldn't connect there with O'Brien, and back comes Tewksbury. Bryan for Tewksbury has it. He throws it down deep. As Young tries to throw it up the boards. He's checked there. Now Kelleher gets it up to O'Brien. As O'Brien crosses the line, he's got Howard with him. He takes a shot, and a Bruzy with the save with James Howard right in front of him looking for that rebound.
I mean, another nice shot, but Pete, all their shots right now are coming outside the circles, and you know, we need to get create more shots inside, you know, the slot area and whatnot, and with somebody charging the net hard.
So on the face-off, there's a shot right off the face-off by Gillis, and a big save by Abruzzi. So Andriolo for Tewksbury is going to try and move it out. He can't get it, but Tewksbury now is going to move it up. Tries to get over to Sheenan. Labanara has it. Labanara over to Schumann. Schumann's going to stop, go the other way. Labanara will now try and move it out, and he does, and that's going to go down into the Tewksbury zone, and this will be icing on Canton.
Wow, number 22 for Tewksbury taking a nice leisurely Sunday stroll after that puck. Referee should be yelling at him to go get it.
So face-off in the Canton zone as both teams have their first lines out there. So Joe Ryan on the face-off against Borgia. Referee straightening everybody up, and Borgia's going to win that one. He has it on the sideboards. It's going to go back to the point. He'll throw it down deep. Labanara able to get it though. Checked there by Sheenan. As Gillis trying to move it out. That's right out to Andriolo. Over to Sheenan. He takes a shot. That's going to go wide. So Tewksbury with some action here in the Canton zone. Goes right out to Matty Wright. Can't get. That's bounces off the boards. Now Andriolo has it again. Andriolo, he'll circle back. He gets it back to the point. Tries to get it back into Andriolo. He still has it. Andriolo gets it back to Duval. Takes the shot, and that's going to be tipped by the Canton defense and go into the netting. And this will be a face-off in the Canton zone. So again, Chief, Tewksbury with some good opportunities in the Canton zone.
Yeah, they're sustaining the pressure. This is what we were looking forward to Canton doing in this period. But no, you got to give credit to Tewksbury. They're really pushing it hard out there.
So Canton comes back now. with their 4th unit, Washburn Conley out there with Flood, I believe, and Grady Carr and Doucette on defense. So Tewksbury going to win that one, as Conroy trying to get it, but Washburn now, he's checked behind the net. Doucette trying to move it up, and he does. And back comes Canton. Porter has it. He'll throw it down deep. Goes around the boards to Conroy, but that's he's checked there. Washburn has it now. It's this 4th unit for Canton doing very well in the Tewksbury zone, and there's a big hit there. And I believe that was Porter.
Yeah, it was a big
Thomas,
hit,
I'm sorry,
but
took that big hit.
Usually when you take the helmet off, that's you know, little hit to the head or something like that. You know, maybe he got him in the chest and the helmet just came off.
And Doucette took a huge hit behind the net. Abel had the heads up to get that puck out of the zone, but he took a big hit behind the net earlier in that play. So Canton able to get it in, and Zabruzzi will leave it there for Hollian. Picked up there by Ryan. Ryan has it, but he's checked by Carr. Both teams having trouble getting it in out of the neutral zone. Back comes Duval now. He'll throw it up, and Hollian will throw it down on Matt Wright, and he will tie it up as
Tewksbury coming right back out with that #1 line. The face-off at the offensive zone. You know, they're feeling it. They think they're going to score in this period, but the way Matty's playing, I don't think so.
So Canton right back with their 1st unit as well. Joe Ryan at center, Elric and Gillis with Schumann and Labanara. And Canton's going to win that one. Gillis wins it, gets it to Elric. Labanara tries to move it in. Now Borgia has it. Borgia trying to go for the net. He gets it right in. Oh, and a big save by Matt Wright again. Oh, big stop by Wright. And back comes Canton. Gillis has it. He's got Elric over the side. Gets it over to Elric, who throws it into Joe Ryan. Joe can't hold on to that one.
Wow. Another great save by Matty Wright.
So Borgia has it. Now he gets over the line. Gets to the top of the circle. Is checked by Schumann. And back comes Canton. Now Labanara has it. He's got Elric with him. Labanara trying to go with it. He still has. He takes a shot. And Abruzzi with the save. Good play there by Labanara.
Yeah, I mean, again, around the outside, defense would try a nice hip check. Labanara goes right around it. You know, good shot, but, you know, not, you know, we'll take it. We need somebody in the rebound area, Pete.
So Howard gets it over to O'Brien, who takes the shot. That's a save by Abruzzi. As Canton has the puck in the Tewksbury zone. As
he just came outside the zone.
Yeah, Will Young had that puck just stick-handled and brought it out of the zone, so the face-off will come out of the Tewksbury zone. I'll tell you, Steve, that save by Matt Wright on that last play, I'll tell you, he's keeping Canton in this game right now.
Wow, he's just having, you know, the game of his life right now.
So face-off won by Canton as Kelleher trying to move it in, but he stopped there, and that's going to go.
That should be icing.
That will be icing on Tewksbury, as they're just going to throw it down to the Canton zone. 9:12 left in the second period. 0-0 the score. It's a goaltender's game today, Steve.
Goaltender, I mean, Canton has 14 shots, but honestly, I don't think they've really tested the goal, Abruzzi very much. On the other hand, Matt Wright's, 14 shots have been tested.
So Howard able to get the loose puck. He has it in the corner. He's checked there by Drop. He'll throw it up the boards. Morris tries to keep it in. Howard has it again. He tries to move through the defense. He goes towards the net. He's checked. Puck behind the net now. O'Brien throws it out front. Oh, and a one-timer by Keller goes over the net. So Canton with some action now. Puck goes out of the Tewksbury zone, but Canton able to throw it right back in as Canton going for a wholesale change. That's going to go up, and Tewksbury will tip it into the zone. That's stopped by Doucette. Doucette has it. Goes cross ice over to Grady Carr. Carr has it now. Gets over the line. Carr gonna take it towards the net. He takes a big hit. As Canton trying to get the loose puck. Doucette throws it in. And that's blocked in front.
Another icing.
And again.
Oh, no, they're not calling it.
Oh, no icing on Tewksbury. Doucette has it behind his own net. Washburn with him, along with Washburn now has it. He's going to come through center ice. He'll dump it down. So Coach Schumann going with that fourth line again. That's kicked up to Kuna. Kuna has it. He's going to start out with it out of his own zone. Cross ice. Tries to get it up to Sosa, but he can't control him. Back comes Schumann. Schumann has it. He's checked from behind, but still has it. He takes a shot at Bruzy with the save. And Schumann able to keep it in. He's going to throw it down behind the net. Tewksbury trying to move it up, and they do. They get it out of the zone, but that's stopped by Teddy Schumann. He's going to throw it in on a Bruzy. He steers it to the corner. So Tewksbury trying to get it out of their own zone. Andriolo has it. Andriolo's going to throw it into the Canton zone. That goes behind Matty Wright, where Schumann will pick it up. Schumann will leave it for Labinara. Labinara moves it up to James Howard. I'm sorry, that was Gershny. Gershny threw it down deep. Makuta throws around, but that's intercepted. There's a shot on net. Oh, big shot on net and a save by a Bruzy.
I think he was trying to come out front with a pass, Pete, and it deflected off the Tewksbury skate and went right on him. Bruzy had to be a sharp on that one.
That was Labinara who came in. Always offensive-minded. Labinara came in and a tough angle, almost right on the goal line, but threw it towards the net, and Bruzy made the save. So on the face-off, O'Toole trying to get that one. Puck right in front. Oh, just intercepted there by Andriolo, and he throws it out to Borgia. Borgia has it. Borgia goes to the sideboards. Still has it. Checked there by three Canton players. Labinara trying to move it. Andriolo. But that goes back to the point. Tewksbury able to keep it in. Borgia has it. He takes a shot. As Tewksbury had a player right in front of Matty Wright.
I'll tell you what, Pete.
All alone.
He was standing there all by himself for most of that time in the offensive zone.
So Labinara has it, throws it out in front. That's intercepted. Gershny tries to throw it back. He does, gets it to Labinara. There's a shot. That's going to be stopped there. As Canton trying to move it now. O'Toole back to Carr, who came on the ice. As Tewksbury now running around their own zone. Makuta has it. He goes up to Andriolo. Steve, I don't think Andriolo's been off the ice the entire game.
I'm telling you that this kid, he's got an engine on him. He can just keep staying out on the ice.
So Doucette tries to throw it in. Ryan has it. He's intercepted there. So Canton has to clear. Grady Carr, nice pass over to Elric. Elric trying to move the puck in. Elric checked there. And going to go around the net. Over to Kozmal, he'll throw it up, and it kept in by Canton defense. Elric can't control. It's going to go over to Hollian. Hollian throws it up past Carr, and that'll go into the Canton zone as Jack Ryan on him, but Canton able to move it up. Gillis has it. Gillis slides it over to Grady Carr, over to Doucette, and Canton will start out. And tried to do the Hail Mary pass, had Joe Ryan right on the blue line, tried to hit him with that pass, but just out of his reach.
Yeah, you can see Canton somewhat trying to take the play away, Pete. Now when they have the puck in the offensive zone, now they're starting to work it a little bit, using the points and whatnot. But in their defensive zone, they got to watch, what's his name there, Andriolo, because he's just camping out in front of Matty Wright.
So James Howard on the face-off, as Tewksbury going to win that one. Going to go into the corner. Crane trying to get it, but Kelleher now would come out with it. Goes out of the zone as Tewksbury able to stop it, and they'll throw it right back into the Canton zone. Young has it. Will Young moves it up to Kelleher. Kelleher is going to start out with it. Gets it over to Morris, who gets it up to Howard. Howard gets it over the line, throws it into the center ice, but Canton able to keep it in. Howard has it. He's going to throw it down deep. As O'Brien on the forecheck now. O'Brien has it. O'Brien tries to throw it out in front, gets it to Keller, over to Howard. Oh, what a stop by Abruzzi. What a stop. Morris has it now. So Canton with that getting Tewksbury to move around their own zone, but here they come back. Kudo has it. He'll throw it down as Tewksbury looking for a change here. Morris gets it over to Young. And that's going to go out into center ice as O'Brien has it. Oh, what a pass there by O'Brien right over to Howard. As Borgia now trying to move that puck in along with Andriolo. O'Brien throws it over to Kelleher. Kelleher is going to throw it down deep. As Abruzzi, he'll stop it, and Canton going for a wholesale change. That goes up to Andriolo. Nice pass up to Borgia. Good defensive play there by Labanara.
Yeah,
good
nice
anticipation.
Yeah, and he went through the body, Pete. He didn't just try and get the putt. He went right through the body.
So back comes Canton now. Oh, just intercepted there. Now Tewksbury back. Borgia has it for Tewksbury. He'll throw it towards the net. Labanara able to intercept that one as Gershny will throw that down, and this will be icing on Canton with 3:19 left in the second period. It's 0-0 the score.
Yeah, it looks like Canton is kind of, weathered the storm a little bit here. They're starting to tilt the ice back in their favor in the offensive zone. Getting a little better defensively, but you still got to watch out for Tewksbury. They liked hitting that home run pass.
Steve, again, that pass out front from O'Brien over to James Howard.
Oh, I know.
And
What a
Abruzzi
save.
with the stop there. So good action there by Canton. So they're going to try and keep it in the move it out of their zone. Grady Carr has it. Porter trying to throw it up. Back comes Washburn. Washburn has it. Throws it down deep. He had Thomas with him. Thomas throws it right out in front. Just intercepted by the Tewksbury defense, kept in there by Doucette. And again, this fourth unit for Canton doing what they're supposed to.
Exactly. I mean, they're getting some opportunities too, Pete. It's not like they're not getting any opportunities.
And back comes Canton again. Thomas out into the center, out into the slot area. There's a shot that went over the head of Abruzzi. So Tewksbury going to try and move it out, and they do. Almost got by the defense there as that was Christopher tripped up. He was able to keep it in again as Doucette now has it behind the net. He's checked there by Jack Ryan. Nice pass up to Gillis. Gillis gets it out of the zone. He's got Joe Ryan with him. Now Elric. As Gillis goes in, he takes a shot. And that's going to go high and wide. Canton able to keep it in the zone. Gets it behind, going to go behind the net. As Canton with some forechecking here as the first unit for Canton able to keep that puck in. There's a shot. Ryan has it right out in front to Gillis. Oh, what a stop by Abruzzi. Another save. And a quick whistle as Ryan able to get that puck. But I'll tell you, Steve, great puck movement by the Bulldogs and a great stop by goaltender Abruzzi.
I'm going to tell you, now it's Abruzzi's turn to step up and play the doorstop in front of the net, because he just made two great saves on Canton's number one line.
So Tewksbury's number one line out there now as Elric moves it around the boards. Makuda's going to try and move it up to Andriolo, and he finally gets it out. Gets it over to Sheenan, but good play there by Labanara to keep that puck in. He'll dump it down as Tewksbury again trying to move the puck out of their own zone. That's intercepted there by O'Brien. O'Brien tries to feed it into Joe Ryan, just out of his reach. Ryan still has it, gets it behind the net to Elric. Back to Ryan, over to Elric. Elric takes a shot. Oh, Abruzzi with the save again. So Canton with some action. O'Brien still has it. O'Brien takes a shot. That's going to be blocked in front. As Tewksbury trying to move it out as they have a hurt player there. And stopped there by the referee, lucky for Canton, as that was going to be a pass up into the Canton zone. So Andriolo has it. He goes cross ice over to Sheenan. Sheenan takes a shot, and Matty Wright with the save. So less than a minute to play. Tewksbury comes right back and right with the big stop.
I'll tell you what, Pete, great goaltending on both ends. This period, much better for Canton. They're starting to create opportunities, and Abruzzi coming up great for Tewksbury. Matty Wright still solid in net for Canton.
So on the face-off, James Howard out there with Kelleher and O'Brien. And so that's going to go back to the point. Jumps over the defenseman's stick. O'Brien trying to get it. as Canton again will get it down into the Kelleher trying to move it in, but back comes Tewksbury now. Tewksbury will throw it down into the Canton zone. Doucette has it. Doucette will take it behind the net. He takes a big hit. Howard now helping out behind the net. He gets it. He'll throw it up. He gets it up to Kelleher. Kelleher has it. He tries to go in. Tries to get it into Grady Carr as Grady Carr jumped up into the play. And Abruzzi able to tie that puck up. A great play there by Kelleher. Trying to get it over to Grady Carr.
Yeah, he's forcing that pass a little bit, Pete, but I understand because Grady Carr's behind the forward, the defenseman of Tewksbury. If he gets it to him, he's got a grade A opportunity.
So O'Toole on the face-off now. That's going to go back to the Tewksbury defense. They'll start out with it. They go cross ice with it up to Hollian. Hollian has it. They're going to try and get one shot on net. Only 10 seconds left in the period. Schumann has it now. Teddy Schumann turns the net. He tries to go up, but he's picked. His pocket picked. And there's a shot and score! There's Andriolo with 1 second left in the second period.
That's where, Pete, you just got to get it out of the zone. You only have 10 seconds. Just get it out of the zone. There's Andriolo. He's been over there on that side of the post all game long.
So Andriolo behind the play. Teddy Schumann couldn't get it out of the zone, and you see Andriolo right there. And he made no mistake. One-timer. Not much Matty Wright could do on that one.
No, not on that one, Pete. I mean, he's done everything he could do all game long. But, in that situation, you like to see Teddy Schumann get it out of the zone. Even if it wouldn't have had time to be an icing. So, that's too bad. 1 second left in the period. That's not good.
I'll tell you, Steve, that was a good period for the Bulldogs, too. They had some good opportunity in that second period. Abruzzi came up big, and Matty Wright on the other end still playing. Aside from that goal, not much he could do on that one. That one-timer by Andriolo, not much he could do, but I'll tell you, still a goaltender's game. Plenty of time. One more period to go. This is where what separates.
And guess what? You're down 1 goal. No sitting back now. You got to come out and you got to push it and you got to push hard. In that period, much better period by the Bulldogs. I thought it was pretty even. Maybe they had the upper hand, but again, you leave one of the best scorers all alone on the side of that. Eventually, he's going to put it in.
No question there. So stay tuned, hockey fans. We'll be right back with the exciting third period.
Kevin Prick here, where the score is 1-0 in favoring of the visiting Redmen. Tewksbury took the opportunity with just a second left in the second period, and they were able to put away a goal in the back of the net. Canton looks to rebound with just a few minutes left and 1 period to go. Who's going to win? Who's going to walk away with the trophy?
Welcome back, hockey fans, here at the Boston Garden. Pete DeSisto along with Steve Willis, bringing you all the exciting action as the Bulldogs take on the Redmen of Tewksbury. Steve, going into the third period, Bulldogs down 1-0. What do they have to do in this third period?
Well, they got to play like they did a lot of the second period, but even better. They started generating more offense, but they have to do it for the whole period and come in. And really, when they get shots on net, they need to create some rebounds and go hard to the net. Most of the shots, Pete, have been one and done. They really haven't, created too many, rebounds and shot. When they have, they really, made Tewksbury's defense run around and whatnot. But that's what they have to do right off the opening face-off.
So does Tewksbury sit back and just play not to lose since they're up 1-0?
If I were them, I'd play the same way they've been playing the whole game. It's worked for him so far, and if he changes and plays that way, it plays right into Canton's strength. I wouldn't do that. I mean, I'd play exactly the way they've been playing.
So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Third period here coming up. If you're a senior, Steve, this is your last game. This is the last game you'll play as a high school player.
And I'll tell you, these kids are going to go out and give it everything they have for the next 15 minutes. Canton's never given up. They don't, they haven't all year long, and I don't see them doing that right now.
Absolutely. So on the face-off, first unit for Canton out there, Joe Ryan, Elric, and Gillis. Labanara and Schumann on defense, and Tewksbury's going to throw it down into the zone. Labanara gets it over to Schumann. Schumann's going to move it up, gets it up to Ryan. Oh, almost intercepted there in the slot area. Labanara has it now. He'll throw it up, and that is going to go all the way down behind the Tewksbury net, and that will be icing on Canton. So that'll go all the way down into the Canton zone.
I'll tell you what, Pete. Tewksbury's done a great job of getting their sticks in the passing lane all night long.
So on the face-off, Ryan against Borgia. Borgia's going to win that one. That's a shot by Sheenan. So Borgia takes a shot. That's blocked again by the Canton defense. It's going to go back to the point as Makauda has it. Almost intercepted there by Canton. Schumann has it now. Teddy Schumann will start out with it. Gets it up to Labanara. Labanara gets over the red line. Still has it. Kellen Labanara. But now Borgia will take it out of his own zone. That's intercepted there by Canton. And back comes Tewksbury again. He gets it up to Borgia. Borgia has it. Borgia still has it. He's going to circle back. Big hit there by Gillis on Borgia. And back comes Canton. Gershny now on the ice. Tries to get it in the zone, but back comes Tewksbury again. As Borgia gets it in the middle, gets it over to Sheenan. He has it. Sheenan will throw it around the net. As Canton trying to move it up, and they do. That's intercepted by Sheenan. Sheenan tries to get it in the middle. To Bats, just can't get it to him. As Canton having a hard time breaking out of their zone again. Grady Carr going after it. He's checked there by Jack Ryan. As Canton trying to go Hail Mary there up to Gershny. And that's going to be icing on Canton. So face-off will come back down in the Canton zone.
And Tewksbury doing what they've been doing the whole game, Pete. Holding the blue line, forcing Canton to make good passes coming out of the zone. And right now, they're not skating hard, fast enough or hard enough, to create those open lanes to break out of the zone.
So on the face-off now, Howard. That's going to be won by Tewksbury. They're going to get it to Morris behind the net. Stopped there by Hollian. He'll throw it around. Morris has it behind his own net now as Canton's going to set up their breakout. Goes over to Young, goes cross ice over to Howard. And that's going to get tipped and up into the Canton bench. So that face-off will be just outside the Canton zone.
They just don't seem to have that jump in their step like we've seen in the past, Pete.
So on the face-off now, Howard against Jop. And Jop's going to win that one. And Tewksbury going to throw it down into the Canton zone as Morris goes after it. He's checked there by Fudo. And that's picked up there by Shrina. Oh, he takes a shot. Fudo behind the net. He gets it over back to the point. They take a shot, saved by Matty Wright. So Kelleher will pick up that puck. Kelleher is going to try and move it out of his own zone. And he does, gets it up to Howard. Howard checked there as Duval has it for Tewksbury. And can't be able to keep it in as Tewksbury trying to move it out of their own zone. Got a little bit cross there, and they're just going to dump it down, and now this will be icing on Tewksbury.
All right, there you go, Pete. Get it in the offensive zone. Let's see what we can do now. We got to win the face-off, and let's try and generate some offense off this face-off right here. shots on net right away. Maybe go to the point, D to D. But you need to create something right now.
So Joe Ryan on the face-off, first unit for Canton out there. Out there with Gillis and Elric. He's going to go behind the net. Andriolo, who scored that goal late in that second period, has it. He's going to try and move it up. Gets it up to Borgia, but he can't control. This will not be icing. Right leaves it for Schumann. Schumann over to Joe Ryan. Goes cross ice to Labanara. Labanara gets it in the zone. Labanara goes right there. He scores!
What a shot!
Elric scores and puts Canton on the board and ties the game 1-1.
What a play by Labanara, coming down the board's feet, puts it between the defenseman's skates, and Elric coming behind him. Boom! Top shelf like he has all year long.
So Canton right back in this game. 12 minutes left in this third period, and Canton 1-1. What a shot by Elric.
Yeah, you get him in that area, Pete. Watch out. I mean, he just deadly. But again, Labanaro, made that play coming down the boards.
So face off at center ice. O'Toole. Tewksbury going to win that one. Goes back to Garvey. Goes cross ice over to Makuta. Makuta fires it in, and Matty Wright with the save, and he'll tie that one up. So let's see if Canton can build on that and pick some momentum up now as they able to tie this game up. Face-off will be to the right of Matty Wright. O'Toole on the face-off against Borgia. And O'Toole going to win that one. O'Toole has it. Gets it over to Gershny. Gershny, he throws it in. He's got Dickey behind there. Throws it right out front. Oh, and there's a shot and a save by Bruzy. Oh, Canton with some action here. There's a shot stopped by the defense. Kuna has it. Oh, and here's a breakaway here. Right in. It's going to win. Stop by Matty Wright on Borgia. Andriolo trying to move it up. What a stop by Matty Wright. Here's a foot race here as Dickey goes into the net. Well, he gets tripped up. And
the Tewksbury player went hard into the board's feet, and the referee blew the whistle. Face-off be in the Canton zone.
So it looks like they knocked, Dickey might have knocked the mooring off that net.
He was trying to cut hard back to the front of the net, but he just ran out of rope.
But that face-off will be in the Tewksbury zone.
Let's get back to that breakaway that Matty Wright just stopped. That could be the save of the game right there.
So on the face-off here, Washburn out there with Conley and Gould. So that's going to be won by Washburn. But Tewksbury able to move it out, and that's going to go into the Canton zone as Will Young has it behind his own net. Young will start out with it. Young again goes cross ice over to Morris. Morris gets it up, and Duval has it. He throws it across. Is Tewksbury going to try and move it out? And they do. Get it down into the Canton zone. Schumann now will have it. Schumann behind the net, throws it up. Gets it up to Gould, who gets it up to Washburn. Goes into center ice. As Tewksbury collided, Washburn has it. He goes in, he takes a shot. Oh, the big save there. As Conley goes right into the goaltender, Bruzy, and pushes him out of the way. No call.
He was knocked into the goalie, Pete. Referee was standing right there. That was not a penalty.
So Pacheco trying to move it out, but that's intercepted there by Kelleher, and he throws it down deep, so you can feel the momentum change here as Canton all over Tewksbury right now.
Yeah, you can feel the intensity. It's just been ratcheted up a notch too, Pete.
So Pacheco has it in his own zone. He's going to move it out, gets it up to center ice as Tewksbury trying to move it into the Canton zone behind the net now as Ryan has it. He throws it in front. Not sure if Matty Wright got his
I think he got a piece of that
one. As Tewksbury able to keep it in. Diving play there by Schumann as Batts has it. He throws it out in front. Now Ryan trying to get it. Intercepted there, and back comes Canton. Kelleher has it. He's got Labanara with him as Kelleher tries to go in. Now Gillis right off the bench. He's able to stop it. He's got Labanara with him. Takes a shot. Abruzzi with the save. picked up by Holly.
You're going to have an icing.
And this will be icing on Tewksbury as up and down action. 9 minutes left in the third period. 1-1 the score.
I'll tell you what, Pete, the intensity has picked up. Canton scored that goal, and it is up and down the ice right now. It's everything you want in a state final game.
So face-off in the Tewksbury zone. First unit for Canton out there. Ryan on the face-off. Face-off against Jack Ryan. Gets it right out to Elric. Oh, Elric tries to slide it over to Gillis, just out of his reach.
He was wide open, too.
Back comes Tewksbury as Sheenan throws it in the zone. Doucette has it now. He's checked by Andriolo. As back comes Joe Ryan. Ryan in the zone. He takes it, holds up, tries to get it back to Grady Carr, just out of his reach. Doucette able to pick it up, though. Doucette has it in his own zone, and they're going to throw it down behind the Tewksbury net as Canton on the forecheck. But back comes Makuta. Makuta goes cross ice over to Andriolo. Andriolo takes a shot. That's going to go wide. Sheenan now will throw it in as Canton able to get it out of their zone. Tewksbury has to clear. Sheenan on the forecheck. Along with Andriolo. Canton, Joe Ryan checked there as Canton now having a hard time getting it out of their zone. Tewksbury able to keep it in again. It's going to go all the way around the boards, back to the defense as couldn't keep it in though. So Tewksbury again has to clear. And Canton will have to set up behind their own net. Young behind his own net. He'll start out with it. Good play there. Tried to get it up. Tried to get it up to Gershny. Gershny's...
He said he tipped it, but...
He's pleading his case with the refs, telling me he tipped it, but...
not going to happen. You never win against the referees, Pete.
No, so this faceoff will come down to the left of Matty Wright. 7:33 left in the third period. 1-1 the score. O'Toole on the faceoff. He's out there against Crane. And O'Toole... Mr. Consistency wins that face-off again. Gershny back to Labanara. He gets it up to Dickey. Into the middle. Gets it over to Gershny with a shot and a save by Abruzzi. Duval trying to move it up. And he does. He gets it out of the zone. Schumann backing up as Tewksbury trying to get it. Oh, there's a big glove save by Matt Wright on the shot. By Fudo, I'll tell you, Matty Wright, what a glove save.
I'll tell you what, Pete, he's just on fire tonight. And it just seems like every time you think Canton's going to get the puck and get out of the zone, the puck bounces onto a Tewksbury stick and they get a nice shot away. But Matty Wright, playing the game of his life. Senior year, last game.
So Howard on the faceoff. And Tewksbury's going to win that one. That's shot, but that's blocked there. As Canton trying to move it up, as Tewksbury intercepts that. Cosmal gets it up to Christopher. He takes a shot, and that's tipped as Howard picks that one up. Howard gets it back to Young.
Great patience.
Gets it up to Kelleher. Kelleher over to Howard. Howard full steam ahead. Goes outside, tries to cut in on the defense, Duval, but he's checked. And Tewksbury's just going to ice that puck. And this will be icing as it very slowly got over the line. But,
nice job by Will Young pulling a play out of the Tewksbury playbook. You know, make a nice Sunday stroll, going to get the puck. I didn't think it was going to get there for a minute, Pete.
So face-off in the Tewksbury zone. Coach Schulman comes right back with his first unit. Ryan, Elric, and Gillis. With Schumann and Labanara on defense. As Borgia on the face-off, and he's going to win that one. Borgia has it. He gets it out of the zone, but that's intercepted by Gillis. Picked up by Sheenan. Sheenan tripped up. No call.
It's got to be egregious for them to call a penalty right now. The referees see what type of game is being played right now, and just let the boys do it.
So Andriolo scored the goal for Tewksbury. They try and go cross ice to Borgia. It's going to go back to Schumann now. Schumann will start out with it. Gets it over to Gillis, who gets it up to Ryan, but that's intercepted there by the Tewksbury defense. They're going to try and split the defense there. Kuna trying to get that loose puck. It's going to go back to Makauda. He takes a shot that's blocked in front. Ryan gets it up. That goes to Joe Ryan, but intercepted there by Tewksbury, by Sheenan. He has it. He tries to cut through. Borgia now. He's tripped up. No call.
It's a good play by Schumann.
Back to Borgia. Schumann gets it up over to Gillis. Gillis tries to move it up. Gets his own rebound there, but Borgia has it. Gets it over to Sheenan. Sheenan has it over to Andriolo. He's checked, and good heads-up play by Gillis, diving to get it out of the zone as he's gassed there. So Borgia has it. Now Andriolo tries to walk in, but he's hit from behind. Schumann's going to try and move it up. Sheenan throws it in. Labanara, now Borgia. Keep calling the same name, Steve. Nobody's leaving the ice.
Yeah.
As back comes Canton. Now Labanara has it. He's going to throw it down deep as Gould is the first one in. This is where that extra line, Steve, right?
Right.
The fourth unit out there now, and Tewksbury running around, but they're able to intercept that one. And back comes Sheenan. Sheenan has it. Sheenan tries to go in the middle. That's intercepted there by Gould. Gould has Gershny with him. Takes the shot. Oh, the big glove save by Abruzzi. On the shot by Gershny.
I tell you what, Pete. Breezy's made some great saves tonight, but that first line for Tewksbury's got to be gassed. I don't think they've left the ice in the third period.
4:21 left in this third period. 1-1 the score. I think you're right, Steve, on that one. So O'Toole on the faceoff. He's out there with Dickey and Gershny. Gershny got that shot off back to Grady Carr. Carr takes a shot, blocked in front, but that goes. It stays in the Tewksbury zone. But this could be icing. No, they waved it off. Grady Carr goes back for it. Carr has it. He's checked there by Ryan. As Dickey takes a hit. Tewksbury able to keep it in. As Fudo has it. Fudo trying to get that loose puck. He'll drop it back behind the net to Ryan. He throws it right out front. Oh, Matty Wright with the save again. Matty Wright with Fudo on the doorstep, and he's able to get his glove on it and tie that one up. Very dangerous there for the Canton defense.
I'll tell you what, he never took his eyes off Fudo. You know, he had him all the way when he came out of the corner and out front. Great job, and he grabs it and ties it up.
So 3:49, time ticking down in this third period. James Howard on the faceoff against Jop, and Tewksbury able to keep it in. They're going to throw it down deep as Morris goes after it. He's checked there, but O'Brien has it now. Kept in again by Tewksbury. Morris has it behind the net, gives it over to Young. Young goes in the middle with a nice pass up to James Howard in full stride. Gets it over to O'Brien. He takes a shot and saved by Abruzzi. Howard able to get it. Now O'Brien has it. Throws it out front. Just intercepted there. As Tewksbury able to get it down deep. That was Fudo got it down. Morris has Tewksbury going for a change. Kelleher has it now. He tries to go in. But Canton defense changing. And Sheenan not able to hold on to that one. As Schumann will start out with it now. Teddy Schumann throws it up. Goes up to Sheenan. Borgia now tries to throw it into Andriolo as he was going for the net. Schumann has it. Schumann with a nice pass up to Joe Ryan. But he's intercepted there by Borgia. Back comes Makauda. As Canton has it in their own zone. 2:37 left in regulation. 1-1 the score. Labanara gets it over to Schumann in their own zone. They're going to try and start it out again. Labanara has it now as he's checked there. As Canton able to get it. Elric trying to go in alone. Gets it over to Gillis. He takes a shot at Brucey with the save. Elric can't get the shot off. Elric has it now. Elric in the corner. Throws it back. Tried to get it back to Labanara, but that's going to go all the way down into the Canton zone. No icing, of course.
Just couldn't get a clean shot off, Pete. There was a stick in the way every time they went to take a shot.
So 2 minutes left in regulation as Joe Ryan starts out of his own zone. Ryan has it, makes a nice move, gets over the line. As Canton still with the puck. behind the net. That's Dickey. Dickey will throw it down deep. Goes over to Dickey again. Dickey throws it towards Abruzzi. As Tewksbury trying to move it out of their own zone. O'Toole now will get it. O'Toole has it, gets it back to the point to Doucette. That's stopped. Grady Carr has it. Carr takes a shot. Right on ready to score! Gursky scores!
Wow, that was a hard work. Started with Dickey in the corner over here. He paid the price. He took a big hit, got it down low, and then, like you said earlier in the game, Pete, they started working the defenseman in the zone, and they finally got the shot on net.
So
not over yet. 1:22 left. They got a lot of work to do.
1:22 left in the third period. Canton up 2-1. What a play there. Gursky with the backhand goes far corner with that one and puts Canton up 2-1. And I knew we could have called that one. Tewksbury calls a timeout here.
Yeah, I mean,
1:22 left. They have to draw something up. We'll see if they pull that goalie.
I was going to say, do you pull him right on the face off, before the face off, or do you bring him out halfway?
I don't know, Steve. I think you're you got to have control of the puck. I mean, you
right.
have no
So
choice.
if you're Canton, you're Ryan. He's probably going to put the first line back out there, especially after this timeout, right? And he I'm not sure of the rules. Can he back a timeout with a timeout? Can he use his timeout?
He could, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, just to give his line, that top line some more rest.
No question, he could, yeah.
But Ryan, the face-off man, right?
Yep.
Do you try and go with the Tewksbury guy so you get it down deep in their zone?
The first thing you want to do is get it down deep.
Right.
Minute 22 left. You just want to get it into the zone. So they got to play with the puck.
Right. Because as soon as it comes over the red line or maybe the blue line, he's gone.
So face-off at center ice here. First line against first line. Joe Ryan on the face-off. And he does. He gets it down into the Tewksbury zone. So behind his net is Makuta. Makuta gets it up. Kuna gets it over, and there goes the Tewksbury goaltender. And right out in front, Canton Tewksbury trying to keep it in. That goes to Schulman. Schulman's going to throw it down, and this will be icing on Canton.
Yeah, that's
54 seconds left in the period.
That's what you don't want, Pete. You don't want that icing right there. You want to chip it out to the center ice if you can.
So Tewksbury with the goaltender out, 6 skaters, 6 against 5. So on the face-off here is Sheenan. I'm sorry, it's Borgia. Borgia's going to win that one. He gets it over to Makuta. Makuta takes a shot, but that's blocked there by Elric. Kept in, but now Joe Ryan able to get it out, so Andriolo will try and start it out with it. Kept in there by Tewksbury again. Borgia throws it towards the net, and a save by Matty Wright. Sheenan has it. Sheenan behind the net. Gets it as both defensemen up, and that Canton able to get that puck out of the zone. So 22 seconds left in the game. And that's picked up by Ryan. And he takes the shot, and that just goes wide. Joe Ryan has it again. 15 seconds left. Picked up by Tewksbury. I don't know if they have enough time to get it down into the Canton zone.
Well, they did last time, Pete.
Here comes Andriolo. And that will do it as Canton is going to be the 2 champions. The Bulldogs are champions.
What a finish, Pete. They never quit. They never backed down, and they just kept working and working and working, and they finally, they broke through, got that goal with a minute and a half left, and oh wow, congratulations to the boys. What a game and what a season. And hey, congratulations to Tewksbury, the well-deserved number 2 seed. They could have won this game, Pete. They played great, and hats off to Matty Wright because he made that save in the breakaway after Canton tied it up. That was the save of the game right there.
No question there. Matty Wright, I'll tell you, he should be number 1 star. Number 1 star.
And Abusey, the goalie for Tewksbury, should be your number 2 star. And that's how it should go. But Matty Wright, What a game. What a game.
No question. So the Bulldogs are the Division II MIAA champions. I'll tell you, they're on a mission from last year, Steve. Ask John Marconi, he'll tell you all about it. After they lost last year, they said this will not happen again, and they started right then and there, and they started their quest, and they came through the season. Only one loss during the regular season, came through the tournament, and now they are champions.
Yeah, last year, Pete, we were here. I did the game with you. Double overtime loss to Bill Ricker, and again that game, another game that could have went either way. You know, we lost that last year. They weren't to be denied this year. They came back. They had one thing in mind, like you said, bringing home the state trophy from the Garden, and they did it 2-1.
So 12 seniors, Steve. 12 seniors on this team. You know, we'll try and name them all off as we go here. But I'll tell you, they came into this season with a mission. They came in, they knew what their end goal was. And it was strictly, we were going to win that championship this year. And I'll tell you, what a season it was. What an exciting season.
And congratulations to the coaching staff. You know, Coach Schumann, Conley, Ford, Mulaney. I mean, a great job all year.
Don't forget the CEO.
Oh, the CEO, Matty Marconi, of course. But, you know, Jimmy Ford and Mulaney, they run the JV squad, and they do a heck of a job down at the JV squad, because if somebody's hurt or whatnot, you know, those kids come right up and play on the varsity. So, you know, great job to the coaching staff.
No question. I mean, they, you know, every year the coaching, the Bulldogs come back. We always talk about it, Steve. They never rebuild. They're always reloading. You know, we talk about the feeder program from Canton Youth Hockey. But I'll tell you, this coaching staff, led by Coach Schumann, he gets the most out of these kids every year, which is why they come back the way they do, which is why they've been in the Garden the past 6 out of 7 years.
Yeah.
And they got a championship this year.
Yeah, they got a championship this year, and they deserved it. Very much so deserve it. Watching the handshake line, this is one of the best traditions in all of sport. And hockey's the one who started it, and now the other leagues try and copy it, but there's nothing like this, the sportsmanship that goes on. You know, they fought hard all game, and you watch them congratulating each other.
No question. As they go through the line, you know, we'll name off the seniors: Andrew Gillis, Joe Ryan, 2 captains, Teddy Schumann, another captain. You got Cullen O'Brien, James Howard, Shane Kelleher, Liam Conley, Will Doucette, Grady Carr, Brady Hart, Brandon Morris. I mean, I'll tell you, Steve, 12 seniors, they played together for 4 years, and I'll tell you, they just all culminated with this win, and what a great win it was. They're down 1-0 early in this game, and they had the wherewithal to come back, able to get one in the second, and Gershie able to put that puck in far corner on the backhand late in this third period.
You could feel the tide turning, Pete, once they scored that first goal. You could just feel the momentum in the stadium. It was just going Canton's way. Tewksbury had a few opportunities. Matty Wright came out great, and you know, just hats off to him. Just a fantastic job.
No question. As everybody can see, they're going to start. They're going to award the MIAA Division II final, the Champions Trophy to Canton. And I mean, what a great thing! What a great thing for the town, Steve. What a great thing for the high school. And I'll tell you, Canton High School sports this year. What a year so far, and they still have the spring.
Yeah, we still got the spring season. What you're talking about, you could name how many teams to make the tournament, you know, swimming, volleyball. Football team had a fantastic year. Girls track, one of the girls went to the Nationals, I believe. I mean, just both basketball teams made the state. This went to the girls hockey team. I mean, what a time to be a student at Canton High.
No question. As you see them celebrating down, showing the crowd the trophy. I mean, what a great accomplishment for this team, and a great bunch of kids. Great coaching staff. And I'll tell you, they deserve it. Every single one of them deserves this trophy.
Absolutely. You know, Pete, they're going to have to build a new trophy case in the hallway walking into the A building there. Or not A building, but what's it, B building now?
Well, I guess it's B
building right by the
point.
gym. They're going to have to build a new trophy case with all these trophies that the teams are bringing home.
And there's the photo op that
great
everybody
picture.
hopes for right there. The photo op with the team, the coaching staff, and the championship trophy right there. So what an accomplishment. And we are so proud of these guys, and the town should be very, very proud of them. I'll tell you, and they'll be celebrating tonight, Steve.
Oh yeah, they will. I already know there's a party planned somewhere. I'm not gonna reveal where it is, although we're not live. So be Wampatuck Country Club for all the kids and the parents.
Absolutely.
Tonight, they're well deserved. Last year they did it last year, and it was a little, anticlimactic because they didn't win in double overtime. But they're doing it again today, and hats off to them. And what a great year it was. What fun! And by the way, do you know who would have absolutely loved this game?
I know who would have loved it.
Joe Donnelly.
The legend, Joe Donnelly, loved the tournament, loved coming to the Garden, made a bunch of calls here, and I'll tell you, he absolutely loved his Bulldogs, and he would be so proud of them right now, let me tell you.
Oh, I would have loved to listen to his call on this game.
So would I, believe me. No question there. So that will just about do it from here as the Bulldogs are MIAA Division II champs. And as always, Steve, we want to thank our cable staff. We have Peter, Galit, Peyton, Ed McDonough, Kevin, Andrea, Tanya, Tim, Mark. I'll tell you, they all do a great job. They bring you all these games. We're here at the Garden. We're at every tournament game, and they bring you these games at home, and we thank them. And as the legend, Joe Donnelly always said, greatest cable staff?
Bar none.
Bar none, no question. And we thank them for all their hard work and bringing you these games. So for my partner, Steve Willis, this is Pete DeSisto with the final score. For the final time, Canton 2, Tewksbury 1. Canton are the Division II champions in 2026. We'll see you all again next season.
Kevin Craig here with Canton Community Television. Entering the third period, the Bulldogs faced a rare deficit when they were down by 1 goal. Only a few minutes later, that deficit was erased. And with just under 90 seconds left in the game, the Bulldogs came out with the game-winning goal. The Canton Bulldogs are now the Division II Boys Ice Hockey State Champions. Go into the locker room after the end of the second period. 1 second left. They score the first point. How do you go into the locker room? Does everybody just know what their job is, or do you give some sort of rallying speech?
I think a lot of us had to rally ourselves and get ready to go into that locker room and take a moment to kind of process what happened. It's always hard when you score a goal with less than 5 seconds left. So the shock of that had to kind of be processed and then let go. And I'll give Teddy all the credit in the world. You know, he was so angry at himself and so disappointed. But for him to be able to kind of let that go and play well in the third period was immense, and it was a credit to all the guys in the locker room who were talking after that period, saying we're fine. You know, last game we came back from a goal down twice, and we can do it again, and that's what we did.
What is it like for this class to go out like this?
I mean, it's cliche, but it's a storybook ending. It really is. It's. Started with this group and they were in Learn to Skate in Mighty Mites.
So I used to do Learn to Skate at Ponky, and my mom recently told me there was like this little kid that was buzzing around the ice skating really fast, and I was like, who was it? And she was like, you'll never guess, and it was Liam Conley actually. So Liam, I used to do Learn to Skate with Liam when I was a little kid, and I honestly didn't even know him, but now he's one of my best friends, one of my brothers.
It's a hockey town, it's a hockey community, and it's wonderful. There's just so much joy in that culture, in that community.
We've been watching Braden skate since he was this little. Go Braden, go Bulldogs!
Growing up in a hockey family, just inspired being out on the pond every day in the winter, and having guys like my dad, my grandfather, inspired me to be a better hockey player. Just the reason why we're celebrating the state championship tonight.
Literally learn to skate all the way through to be able to coach Lamb and have him be part of this team from, I think, 2 years old. His older brothers played in this team, both Jack and Sean. So to really take our family and bring it into the Canton High family, Coach Schumann and I have been together for a long time, and Teddy and Liam were in diapers running around Ponky to the ice house, and then a couple of years here at the Garden where they watched Liam's older brothers play. So it's been a fun ride. Couldn't be more happy for him, the team, and our entire family.
What I think I'm grateful for my father is making me play the game. I'm so happy he made me play the game. Growing up with Jack and Sean, them always pushing me, but he was always my biggest supporter, and he always will be, and I'm just really thankful for him and my mom being my biggest supporters.
Today was a state championship day. Congrats to the boys. They played a hell of a game. Go Bulldogs.
I'm thankful for my dad and coach, just because he pushes us every day and he works so hard, and his hard work rubs back off on me and all the guys, and he's the reason why we're here and holding this trophy. And I'm thankful for his hard work and leadership.
I am thankful for this guy and how much he loves being part of Canton Athletics, Canton High School hockey. It's been a long time that he's been part of this, and so proud of him. I'm thankful for everything that he has given to this program, and couldn't be proud of him.
Let's go.